Now, every time I witness a strong person, I want to know, what dark did you conquer in your story? Mountains do not rise without earthquakes. Katherine Mackennet. I saw this quote online. I think it was even shortly before my accident, and it just kind of kept coming back to me, and like how true. I think so many of us go through these earthquakes, and we don't know what they're going to do to us, but ultimately they always make us stronger. And I was definitely going through my own earthquake, but I don't know. Let's make a mountain out of me.
So for this particular quote, it's kind of floating around Pinterest and Instagram a good amount, I'd say, but tracking down the poet was a little trickier, and so I did a lot of research online to try to find who she was and how I could contact her, and I actually found a pretty simple WordPress blog that Katherine had, and this quote was on it. And then on the About page, I saw that a few people had recently made comments, particularly about this quote. And I found this quote, and then through the rabbit hole of the internet, I found you, and it's just meant a lot to me. And Katherine had responded to it. And there weren't a lot of updates going on this blog, but I was like, okay, she is active, and she's checking this blog because she's responded to some of these comments within the past few months. So in the contact form, I wrote to her, I explained the story of Tiny and Snail and of what Leah has been through and just how much this quote meant to Leah and to both of us, and just waited to hear back from her. And didn't hear back for probably at least a month, and then got this beautiful long email that was just so encouraging and gracious, and she just said, yes, absolutely, like that, this quote keeps on pinging back to me in these beautiful ways. And she said, it's funny, when I wrote that quote, I didn't know that within a few months I would be diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and my father would be as well. But she just had such a resilient spirit, and she said, I'm learning so much through this diagnosis. It's an incredible journey, and she just had this beautiful spirit, and she said, if you would, please, I would love it if you would just share a copy of the card with me once you're finished. And so wrote back to her, was so thankful, said, we will be praying for you and your healing from your cancer. And then just a few weeks after that, Leah discovered online that she had passed away. And we both just cried about that. So it's really stunning that we were able to find this quote, reach out to her, and honestly, like, we both thought how much strength that must have taken from her to write that email to us when she was honestly on her final days on this planet. I can only imagine, like, the amount of energy that took to respond to us. But we got her blessing, and we really hope that this honors Katherine and her legacy. And wherever you are, Katherine, we love you.